It's got, wait in a minute. Come on. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Do you see yourself?
I can't see myself. How do I look?
Amazing.
Of course I do.
Of course you do. Yes.
Can't see myself.
Really? You're this close to the computer.
Yeah.
There you go. Can you see yourself now?
I
You're
can't
right
see.
there.
I can't see my eyes or anything. I can
Oh.
see my head.
Can you, if you...
I can't see much.
I know, but if you turn, because I know you have peripheral vision, right? Kind of?
Yeah, but see, with peripheral, you don't see detail. You don't see color. You just see.
Hi, Kayla. So you can tell, I can tell when people start coming. So it takes a little bit for people to get noticed that we're live.
You really, and you don't see distance. So it's just that you see something there.
Right.
And like, I know, of course, that's a counter.
Hi, Sylvia.
Oh.
We're just talking about macular degeneration because my mom was like, I can't see myself. Do I look good? And I was asking her with macular degeneration. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Janet. With macular degeneration is what my mom has. You lose vision in the center, right?
The center, yeah.
But you have a little bit of peripheral because I said, can't you turn sideways and then see yourself? But it doesn't work like that, does it?
Yeah, peripheral doesn't have any detail. Yeah,
Hi, Barry. So no detail.
Hi. Yeah.
Joy's never done a live before, so she's like, can we see them? I'm like, no.
I like it when I can see them.
Well, that's what I said. That's why I like Zoom, because you can interact with people. It's not just you. Yeah. It feels weird sometimes, just it being you.
Yeah.
Hi, B. Hi, Living Simply. Hi, Debbie. Best Saturday Night Live ever. We're like, yeah, this is what we do on our Saturdays.
Oh.
Saturday harder than us.
Yeah.
But look at what we're drinking.
Beer.
Beer.
It's really water. No, it's
in a beer bottle. Cheers.
Yes. Cheers.
Oh, somebody said Regent could be your name. Hi, Tammy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How do you always look so great when you have such a hard time seeing? She doesn't wear makeup anymore. She
just lipstick.
Yep. She used to love. That's where I think I got my love of makeup.
I love makeup.
She loves makeup. Cheers. Oh, she's having a Pinot Grigio. Oh, Joy likes that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like Pinot, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Cough. Oh, 81 degrees there. Are you kidding me?
I'm jealous. It's not even
Hi,
close
Sue.
here.
Hi. Hey, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. That's so amazing.
Who's that?
Sue from Lucky Dog Productions. She's my moderator. Sorry, I don't ever tell you. I just kind of come on. And that's the thing when I just planned tonight. I was at, I had a busy day and I was at Walmart in the parking lot. And I'm like, well, maybe we should do a live tonight because you're going with Frank tomorrow
to celebrate his birthday.
With his family.
Yeah.
And so it just is so hard because it always just happens on the fly, kind of.
Yeah.
I never know what my days are going to be like. So ask Joy if the Forever Bachelor should ever get married. If a Forever Bachelor should get married.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think so. If somebody...
Well, if he's a forever bachelor.
It's forever.
Forever.
Well, and there's a reason. I think sometimes, because I know.
Maybe when he's older. It depends on how, when men get older.
Tell him the story, though, about Don Bob.
Oh,
Don Bob.
That is so sad.
That's so tell him the story. Talk about a forever bachelor. So that brings that up, right?
Well, this might give them a hint about it, about being a forever bachelor.
If you're dating someone who's a bachelor
forever,
but you don't know you're dating them.
Well, that's it. But Don Bob, the reason we call him Don Bob is he belonged to our OCB group, and there were 2 Dons, and so they know who we were talking to.
So we call him Don Bob.
Don, the second Don Bob.
Yeah.
So anyway, Don Bob was a good-looking man, and he had a good job, and he lived in a little house that belonged to his mom and dad, and they both have died. And he just was so set in his ways, and he loved his little house and everything, and he had a good job. And he went with this woman, he told me, for almost 9 years. And he said he really loved her. And he said, we were going to get married and have a house with a picket fence and all that. He said, but for some reason, on that 9th year, she broke up with him. And he couldn't understand it.
9 years and no engagement.
No, and they were planning on getting married. But he never acquiesced. He never said, okay, we can get married like next June.
Right.
And would you believe that Don Bob was hurt and he could not figure out why she broke up with him? And I said, well, maybe her biological clock was running out and she wanted a family. But you know what? He said 2 years later, because we were in OCB for a long time, 2 years later, he said she got married and she is having a baby. I said, there you go.
There you go.
You just put it off too long. You know, a woman can wait just so long.
9 years is long enough.
That's a long engagement. Yeah.
Well, so then tell him about Don Bob. He never
married.
No.
He never married.
No.
Yeah. And like I say, it's a nice guy. But he couldn't. The thing is, he had a hard time making any decisions.
9 years. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't put off making decisions, guys.
And then he ended up, well, he was a hypochondriac too.
Well.
But then he ended up having to get his legs removed, right?
Yeah. Oh, they don't want to hear all that.
I love how you just go, yeah.
Well.
But he ended up alone and lonely. Do you know what I mean? And he would think about when he had this girl and why she didn't wait for him and why they didn't get married and stuff. And so, you know, like, why would you be surprised? You're with someone for 9 years and you don't
get
engaged.
He never would have.
No, he never
would
no,
have.
yeah.
I don't think.
But that's what I think is a forever bachelor. They'll dangle the carrot until you say it's done.
And I think they really want to get married, but they just don't want to take that last step, you know. If they ever had the courage to do it, they probably would, you know, have a happy life.
Right. Well, but who knows? I mean, yeah, I don't know why, but
I think there are women like that too, though.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's on both sides.
I mean, so it happens to both. You know.
So someone was saying that he brought his mom to get the injections in their eye, you know, for macular degeneration.
Oh, that's for the wet.
Yep, that's what he said. So yours is the dry, right?
Mine is the dry. At first blush, I got it when they had just found out about it. They always thought older people lost their sight because of old age. And then this one time I went every 2 years to have my eyes checked, and I was 50 years old, just a youngster.
Yeah. Yep. Younger than me.
And I was working, my kids were grown, and he said, Joy, you have the beginnings of macular degeneration. And I said, well, what is that? And he said, well, we're just finding out about it. You know, that's why I'd never noticed it before.
Right. Yeah.
And he said, all we know, when he diagnosed me, all they knew to do about it was to get UV sunglasses. And that's when they didn't make them. So I had to go and have a pair made with the UV.
Wow, they didn't even make UV sunglasses?
Not sunglasses. Not sunglasses. Of course, now I found out you can have just plain glasses and it'll do the same thing with the UV in it. Remember, we were talking about that. Wouldn't have to have the sun.
Oh yeah, I told you that's what I ordered some after because I found that out like a couple years ago, and I'm like, really? Because I thought the darkness made the UV, but
Me
no, it's
too.
in the glass.
Mhm.
And when I'm driving, especially across country, I realized I like to see everything. Do you I mean I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
it dark? And so that's why
Yeah.
I bought those. So
Well, anyway, and then the second year I had it, they decided, I mean, they had discovered that there was a wet and a dry.
Mhm.
They were learning, all the time about it, and
Yep.
they were learning quickly. And
Mhm.
so I
Oh.
got the sunglasses.
So Sue said, Tracy and Joy, my daughter and brother both have to get shots in their eyes due to their diabetes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about the diabetes.
Can you imagine getting shots in your eyes though? Would
Oh,
you do that if you had
Of
the
course, if
Oh.
it would help me, I would do anything.
Yeah, you said you would do
Yeah.
anything to see. You've tried everything. You even tried to get in a trial, right?
Yes.
For the
yes.
yeah.
Yes. But anyway, mine is I've had it since I was 50 and
Yeah.
I'm in 92. So
Yeah.
I've been very lucky. What about the dry? The dry is very slow.
Yeah.
I didn't even have
So-
I had 20/20
Okay.
vision. What?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
it's
I
the
mean
time.
this is no, it's
Okay.
not time, but it's
Yeah.
So
okay.
but she said like Scandinavians are more susceptible, and it's funny because my mom told me when
Light
I was
blue
younger,
eyes.
yeah, she said because I'm the only one with blue eyes in my family, and she said Tracy, start wearing sunglasses, and I'm like, oh yeah, And now since I've had all the problems with my eyes, as you see, I have like 30 pair of sunglasses.
And I have light blue eyes too. She's the only one that got the
And
light blue eyes.
Sandy has macular
Green eyes. Yeah,
but
but
she-
she has it.
She
yeah.
has it now, the start of it.
She
so
was just
yeah.
diagnosed.
Yep.
And she's 72.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and so somebody wrote and asked, and it's good because now I'm on my computer, so I can actually use my phone to. She wanted me to ask you, and I need my glasses. Okay. Here's a question. I admire Joy's ability to have a healthy disposition when it comes to difficult things that have happened to her children. Would she share some advice on how you walk through those things and how she has been able to be at peace with it all?
Well, the first time,
With Chris?
I mean, my first daughter, she was 40,
42.
and she found out she had cancer,
Cervical cancer.
and the thing is, hers was very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
She died 3 months later,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe it was so hard, and I never thought it would happen. None of us ever do.
And when
We
she
don't wanna lose
died,
a
she was only like 70 pounds or something. Remember, they had to take her she was on the couch. Yeah.
and she was angry,
Yeah, she was angry.
of course, but
Of course, yeah.
I did. I had a really hard time. I remember walking Rice Street. That's where we lived. And it's a busy street. And I remember one day walking down Rice Street and seeing this traffic going back and forth so fast. And I actually had this thought. So I can I can understand how people would feel that way. I thought, how easy would it be to walk into the street?
I didn't know this.
And nobody would get blamed because I was walking across a busy street
jumped in,
without
yeah.
a light. I was so surprised. And the feeling was intense.
Hi, James.
So,
Oh, no. James is.
I'm sorry. I mean,
no. I wasn't stopping you. I just wanted to say
No.
hi to someone. No,
well, just to end that, I mean, it never happened again, but
I can't
did happen to
imagine.
me.
Well, I can't imagine. I mean, losing a child, that's just not normal. And like I said, that was the only time I saw Dad cry. I had come home and he was holding on to the bottom of the counter, like leaning over it, and tears like fell from his eyes. And Dad was not a crier. And they fell onto the thing, and
Yeah.
that's when Chris had been taken, and it was the end.
Yeah.
But and then I think too, we've been through so much, because then Frank got sick, and then Dad got sick, and then Al got sick, and they were all in hospice. And I think you come to this realization that we never know. And that's why I live the life I live now. That's why
Yeah.
I've done this, because especially after Al, and then with Pam in the assisted living home, Pam was always a reminder, because whenever I go to the assisted living home, it's like, oh my gosh, and she was only 62. I'm 56, so that's not far away. And Al died at 62 from colon cancer. So it's like, you know what? I don't care about money. I mean, we all have to live and stuff, but I want to live. I don't want to work I do work more than 40 hours a week probably, but I don't want to work for somebody else telling me what to do, looking over my shoulder, that kind of thing. And so, someone said, I witnessed my mother's reaction to my oldest brother passing. I'll never forget it at 17 years old.
Yes.
And Julie said, I had to turn to my faith when my family went through terrible times.
It's hard. There's no doubt.
So yeah. And so as far as your faith, I know it's been like a progression, just kind of both of us. So I grew up Catholic. Dad was very, very, very Catholic.
Well, he was taught from the time he was born. And of course, when you're,
they were staunch Catholics. And then you became Catholic when you got married to him or started dating him, right?
No, I did it before I met him.
Yep.
So it wasn't that kind of change. It's a long story. So,
it's a long.
Yeah. So I don't want to even go into it, but I wasn't raised any religion.
Yeah.
And so I stopped by this church one day, and it was a Catholic church. It was on my way home from school.
What made you stop by it?
I had to walk by it to get home.
But I mean, what made you go in?
Well, I went by it every day, and I changed schools a lot. And so this church was by where I lived at the time. And it was a big church and all kinds of stairs going up. And the doors were always unlocked back in those days. The churches didn't lock their doors when I was 12 years old.
Yeah, well, they didn't have to.
It was nice.
They didn't have to.
And I would walk by there, and it was the time of day when the choir always seemed, on one day of that week, always seemed to be practicing. And the doors were kind of open, and I heard the choir music. And so I went up all these steps and walked in, and there was nobody in there. And the choir was in the
what is it called?
In the loft or something.
But there's a technical name for it in the church, if anybody knows.
Anyway, and I saw the statues and the candles, and I went down to the very first pew, and I knelt down, and I looked, and I was amazed, and I thought it felt, this is where God is, I thought, at my young age. Of course, back then, 12 was still very young and innocent. I know nowadays kids are adults by the time they're 13.
They know too much,
But I wasn't,
Yeah.
and neither were any of my peers.
Right.
So the thing is, I decided then, and so
that you would become Catholic?
that's where God was.
In church?
Only because the other churches didn't have all of that ambiance.
Right.
And then, but then, as I got older, I didn't join the church, but when I could, I would go to the mass.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so when I married Al, when I married your dad,
Mm-hmm.
I had already joined the church by then. I was 15, 16, 17, and it was when I was graduating. So anyway, that's how I found, and
someone from Southwest Germany is watching.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, isn't that amazing?
I am amazed. Yes.
That's what I love about the internet. It's a kind of give and take.
Yeah.
Sometimes dealing with people, but to see who you can connect with from all over the world.
Yeah.
That's amazing too.
But now I don't really belong to any organized church.
Mm-mm.
My kids are all grown. Some of them aren't Catholic. Some of them, they're all going their own ways. And I just think that God is everywhere.
Mhm.
And so I do.
God is everything.
He's
God is
everything
love.
and he's
God
everywhere.
is love, right? That's all
And,
he is.
and that is. Love is my religion.
Love is my religion. There we go.
Because it even says, love your enemies, do good to those who hurt you. That's kind of hard to do.
That's hard.
But it can be worked on.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's
But you've
it.
studied
for
all
30
religions. Yeah.
from the time I was 30.
Yeah. You studied like Buddhism and
I read I had all of the books I got the Quran, and I was going to find out. It was when the Catholic Church had one of those big meetings they have,
Mhm.
and they decided that Catholics could read the Bible without
A
being
priest.
really this is true.
I know.
Without
I
being
know.
in a Bible group
Yeah.
or having a priest there, because it can be interpreted in different ways, and they wanted it to be interpreted as the church saw it.
She wrote, "Life is a quantum expression."
A quantum expression.
Because you study quantum physics, right?
Quantum theory, yeah.
The quantum theory. Yeah. She reads a lot of books like that. Yep.
Since I was 30, I've been studying all kinds of things. So yeah, I read all of the philosophy.
Well, and I just think that, so I grew up Catholic, and we all went to a Catholic school, and it was just so like strict, like you had to believe this and this, and there's nothing wrong with being Catholic if that's your religion.
Nothing wrong with being any religion,
right?
Really.
And that's it. And that it's such a personal journey.
It is
that you can't like tell someone or force somebody what they should believe.
But you see, if you're raised a certain religion from the time you're born, it's there, and it's good. I mean, all religions say we should love, we should be kind, and all of those kinds of things. And
we may be blurry. Sorry, I don't know if it's my computer or what. Just so you know.
But the point is, God is everywhere, and being with a group that believe the same thing you do is very comforting and wonderful. So churches are wonderful,
right?
But I think we all are led to some kind of faith. I really do.
People are saying that we're blurry. I told you, I don't know. It must be the computer, because I said I look better blurry. So maybe it's best.
We look good.
And that I just have like a PC. And so I'm sure that it's probably the camera on here. So, but yeah, we look better blurry. So
yeah. I don't look as old.
Right? Yeah. We look really young. See, I got a big light right here because there's hardly any light here. So it's all kind of shining on us. Oh, there we go.
Is that better? Is that better?
Well, it's probably not so bright.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably better as far as.
Okay. Any more questions?
It's like the hand on the elephant. Every touch expresses all that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the bandwidth. You're right, because I'm on my sister and brother-in-law's like Wi-Fi. And so, because that's
when I get in my apartment, it'll be clear.
Yeah. Well, and that's why it's been hard to do lives. I love to do lives, but when I was on the road, I never had like a great Wi-Fi connection. And then I'd use my iPhone, but then I have unlimited data, which is actually limited to like 40 gigabytes. I don't know. So not technical. And then I'd use it all because live streams suck up all the gigabytes. Okay. Let's see. In corner doing pair work and forgot about time. Let's see. So yeah, probably bandwidth. Anybody have any questions for Joy? Everybody loves joy. Everybody wants a little joy in their life. Oh, and people have asked, so somebody asked too, if you had any work done. I was telling you that.
Oh,
I thought that
I'm too chicken to do that. No.
Never. She doesn't even know. I said, do you know what injectables are? Where they stick needles in your face so that... No. But I said too, you had 6 kids and you hardly ever saw the sun, even though we had a cabin.
I didn't worship the sun then
Yeah.
back in those days. Although we had a cabin, I was always inside, busy.
Yeah. You're always busy. Yeah. Taking care of everybody else, right?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, not in the sun much.
No.
So that's it.
Said, oh, and then somebody asked too today. They're like, I thought you said Joy was going to an assisted living home, or she wasn't. Does it look like? Oh, thank you, Julie. Oh my gosh, thank
What?
you so much. Somebody, they can like give you money on here, and she gave $10.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Uh,
Someone thought that you were going to an assisted living home, or thought you were in an assisted living home.
no, it's a senior
Yeah.
home. It's 55 and over. So what I like about it is they're young. I mean, 55 is young.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so it's different ages.
Right.
And there's people my age there and people still working 55 and so I think I know I will like it there. My sister,
Well, and I remember when Dad first passed away,
yeah,
and you started looking at like
I wasn't ready yet though.
like 55 and older, and she came back and she's like, they're all old there.
I was
like
in my
70.
I was in my 70s then. I wasn't ready.
But
have
you
to
know,
be ready.
when
I'm
you're-
ready. I'm ready.
When you're around older people, you feel old, and you at 70 were like 50.
Well, I was still driving and everything.
Yeah.
With Macular, I had to. I stopped driving when I was 80. And I didn't want to be the kind of person that your kids have to say, Mom, you shouldn't be driving. Give me the car keys.
Mm-hmm.
I set a date before I had to really quit. I was losing my depth perception. But, I was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But I said on Christmas Day, I'm going to visit my sister-in-law who always had us all over for Christmas. And because it were, not little kids, they were all grown up then.
But you picked a day to stop,
And
right?
I said, after I come home from Illinois on Christmas Day, I'm hanging up my car keys.
Yeah.
So, and we had a car that was just 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband and I bought it just before he died.
They're asking,
And-
Mom, what's your ancestry?
I'm mostly, I did have my DNA thing,
Mhm.
and I'm mostly European, French, a lot of French on it. And the reason I'm surprised is because my mother told me that my paternal grandmother, and I never met her, was from, what did I say, Ireland.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I always thought I had Irish in me.
Well, we're English, Scotch, Irish, and German, right?
Yes, I
That's-
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
But that's mostly what
And
it
then
is.
somebody asked if we were going to go on a van trip together. But we talked about this before, that it's really hard for you to see. Like she can't even see herself in the monitor.
No, I don't know what I
here.
look like anymore.
Yeah, and that's why she can't wear makeup, because that's what's so sad, because if you could see, that's what you said, you would get shots in your eyes
I would.
if that
I
was
would.
what you could do. Yeah, you're afraid you won't do anything like get shots in your face, but you'd get shots in your eyes if it would help
If I
you
could see, I would do anything almost.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so going in the van, maybe we'll take like a day trip somewhere. We'll like maybe go to Como Park, like the conservatory or something.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And I'll show you how we get in the van.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
I have a stool for her, and you have arthritis in your knees too. So it's not, I mean, I don't mean to make it, you're 92. I mean, things are going to happen. You had those knees for 92 years.
Honey, you won't hurt my feelings.
Okay.
Yeah.
People think sometimes that I'm mean to you.
No.
I'm not mean.
No, she's not.
I'm not mean to Regent. Let's see. The French genes can be carried from some who immigrated into Ireland later.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
And oh wow, I have to be patient with my mother. She can't see too well either. And at 59, I forget. So sad. Well, and that's the thing too. I think that because I can't imagine not being able to see. So sometimes you have to remember that, or even with Pam,
Yeah.
Pam had strokes. She literally cannot stand up from the wheelchair to the car. And so I literally have to pick her up, and then she can't move her legs because she has to like tell her brain.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day when I stopped over, I got her up off the bed because we were going to walk to the table. And she literally has to stand there for a couple minutes to tell her brain to move her leg.
Yeah.
And so it's really taught me more patience. And I think even to be even more kind to people.
Yes.
Because you look like you can see. Like you could use a cane, but you won't.
I don't need a cane.
Yeah.
Because that's the one.
Oh, someone asked if Dr. Galani could help you with your vision.
That's the first thing I asked her.
We've gone together.
I bet you one day he will be able
one
to.
day,
that man.
I bet she's working on it right now behind the scenes.
Really, folks, he's so real. He was so nice to us.
And not just us, to everybody.
Well, of course, he's nice to everybody, but I mean, he's just an angel. Really.
Yeah, he is.
And his success has not gone to his head, and all he wants to do is help people.
It is.
You know what he calls his patients? My precious patients.
Yeah.
How's that for a doctor?
Yeah, no, he's the real deal. And I'm so glad I found him.
She found him before he was so famous.
Well, I researched, and he was the only one. And then I just took a chance. And remember, you went with me, and we were like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. And I remember the night before when we were in the hotel room, I'm like, I don't know this person. Well, I talked to him, and he like gave me hope, and I trusted him.
Oh,
and he was so confident in what he was telling me that he made me confident in him. And that's it. He has this confidence. It's not like overconfidence, like being.
No, he just knows he can do this.
He knows he can do it, and he wants to do it because he wants the best for you.
I'm waiting for him to find a cure for macular.
Yeah.
Maybe he won't, but if anybody could, it's him. He's actually at a conference this weekend. They wrote me to check up on my eyes, and I haven't been able to get back to them. And I wrote him, I said, I'm so sorry I haven't gotten back to you. And he's like, I'm at a conference this weekend, and I saw his posts, and they're all like, thank you, Dr. Galani. And it's just, if you went there, you would be part of the family too. Do you know what I mean? Everybody is treated the same, and you would leave feeling like he was your friend too. So he is the most unprejudiced person I've ever met.
All he cares about is you and getting your sight back.
And this is, he has great confidence in his abilities.
Yes, he does. And he, I talked to him, and because I didn't know his background. So he's from India, and his mother had breast cancer. I hope I'm not sharing too much, because I asked him because I didn't know. And he pretty much had to take care of the rest of the kids, and they're all very well-to-do in their fields. But he said, what did he say? He watched a doctor show on TV, and the minute he saw it, he knew that that's what he wanted to do.
That's how he became a doctor. Yeah. Both of his children, well, at least they're both the daughter for sure. Doctor.
Yep.
He's teaching him his technique.
Well, that's what I said. I go, you need to adopt more kids. So you can have, I go, adopt them when they're 19 so that
there we go.
You can have them work for you. So
there we go.
Yeah, he's the best. I mean, if anybody can help you with your eyes, he can help you with your eyes. Yeah. And I have no qualms about flying. I wouldn't let anybody do surgery on my eyes other than him. So there you go.
He's fantastic. Yeah.
That cat is watching me again.
Oh, no.
I was counting the cats because people think that, okay, there's that one. And then there's one over there.
4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. And then there's 2 in the bathroom. One is white.
One is black. They're both black. And then I have a white one in the bedroom.
Yeah. And so, and it seems like the one, like these 2 are the same.
The one in the bathroom is
It's
a different kind. It's Felix the cat.
Yeah.
This is the cat. I don't know if there's, but it's called Felix, and he has a wider grin and a little bit.
And his eyes go way to the side, like
Yeah.
inside. Yeah.
But they were popular when I was a teenager, and I remember we had a group of friends and we all got married around the same time, and we were all in each other's weddings. And the first couple that got married, well, they were lucky. Their parents bought them a house or gave them a down payment, and they were in this cute little house, and they had gotten furniture. And so they invited us over after they got all settled in their new house.
Mm-hmm.
And in her kitchen was a cat clock. It's a Kit Kat clock. I don't know exactly what I should. I looked
it up on Amazon, and they're like $49. I think.
Yeah, about 50. Yeah. Anyway, they plugged in then, and I'd never seen one before. I think they were brand new out, and this would be in the 40s then. Yeah, and their house was so cute and so cozy. And we went in the kitchen, and the clock was wagging its tail and moving its eyes. I fell in love with it. And we finally, after we got married, we got one too. But this is, they make me happy. That's as simple as I can say.
Do what makes you happy. Well, that's what I talk about, like going on an adventure. We're so busy just trying to make money and work for someone else to make them money that in the end, and because we've seen so much death, and especially in hospice, people at the end of their lives, that what do you really wish that you would have done? They say, like when Al passed away, Al had a lot of accolades. Al graduated in Russian and mathematics, and he worked for the government, and he did all these things. But when he died, we sat around talking about like how funny he was and, that kind of stuff. We never talked about like that kind of stuff.
He had his father's sense of humor. You do too. Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah.
They're funny. You're funny, honey.
You're funny, honey?
There should be a song like that.
You're funny, honey.
You're funny.
You gonna sing now?
No, I won't sing. Next time I'll
Here, take the beer and be like, let's get you drunk. Keep drinking. You only took like 2 sips of that.
It only take one bottle.
Yeah, one beer. That's all she can have. Otherwise, you see her, Danny took her out one time. It was his birthday, and she had 2 beers. And in the snow, remember the footsteps were going like this up to.
And then I had the sandwich with me.
Oh, yeah. And then she made a sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
And I had come home from school, and she went to the bathroom and came back, and she goes, Tracy, you ate my sandwich. I said, no, I didn't. You did.
It doesn't take much.
Someone asked, we're cheap dates, that's for sure. That's what I always say too. A hamburger and a beer.
And a beer. Or a malt or malted milk. A malt.
Not me. Beer for me.
I'll take a malt.
She'll take a malt. Yeah.
I will.
So if you could travel in a van, what's the one place you would love to go? Didn't you say you wanted to go to Maine or something one time?
Oh, my mother. What did she call them? The something states. Like, I can't remember what they are now. I do that. I do that too. What states are they where they have beautiful falls and
yeah. Well,
the something states.
Somebody said, "Welcome to drinking." Oh, is that Frank?
Probably, but we'll just let it ring and I'll call back.
Poor Frank will have to wait, right?
Play hard to get, girls.
He won't be a forever bachelor if you play hard to get, right?
Oh dear. His birthday. We're going out for his birthday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So
with his kids.
So if you don't know, Frank is my dad's youngest brother.
He was 10 years old when Al and I got married.
Oh.
He's leaving a message. If he only knew.
If he only knew he was being seen or being listened to, he's like, hi, it's me. Call me back.
I'll call him later.
Well, she needs to know what time they're going.
What time tomorrow? They're going to pick me up.
Yeah. And then because he's retiring, only because he's kind of been forced, he's had his own business forever. And, but he got COVID and he's had a lot of long-term problems from that. So,
but he's 84. So, and he hasn't retired yet. So now he has a business and he's retiring.
You keep poking me with your fingernails.
I'm sorry.
Last time. That's a good thing you don't have those claws like you used to have.
No, they're short. They're really short. Yeah. Anyway, he's retiring at 84. Yeah. He has his own business.
Yeah, that's about time to retire. 84. That's pretty much how long people have to work now because of how.
But if he hadn't gotten COVID, he'd still be working. Really.
Yeah, no, he would be. So it kind of forced him to, but it's sad because he just isn't the same.
That COVID is really big.
Well, and I said, I just got the booster, the third booster.
I'm getting mine next week on Monday.
On Thursday, and I didn't know I was getting it. I just went to get my escitalopram, my Lexapro re-upped, and I was hoping to go off it because I was doing so well. Like I have no fear of bridges and stuff like that. And then since I've been home, I've been so anxious. I told her, I go, yeah, I was thinking about like going off it. I don't think it's the right time because now I started chewing my fingernails again.
Oh, and they were getting so long. Oh, and I just happened to think,
what?
People ask about my cat clocks if they're really not the right time. And and so many people have asked that. They say, am I seeing things? But your clocks aren't right. But my cat clocks, you have to make them by hand. You have to set it ahead, but you can only put it the way you're, clockwise. Right. You can't turn it
but you can't even see the time anyway. So they're just too.
Well, I have really huge clocks. I should show them. I have a clock this big.
If she really wants to see the time, she has big clocks. Those are just for decoration. So because you love them.
So you're not crazy. They don't mean the same
Maybe
time.
You are. We don't know.
And none of my cat clocks have the same time. So I really should. Yeah, that is annoying, I suppose. But I can't see them, really, the time on.
Well, you can't even see yourself there. So you can't see the cat clocks and what time it is. Someone had a pineapple margarita. Doesn't that sound good?
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Maybe we should start having happy hours.
There we go.
On our Talks with Joy.
Do you think?
Let's see. Yeah, just finished a pineapple margarita. I've never had a pineapple margarita.
Next time we go to
you said cats have their own time for things anyways. Isn't that the truth? They wake you when it's their time to eat and their time to go out. Well, Hannah, Olivia, we call her Livy, and she's like pure white. She's a white cat.
Oh, she's so pretty.
So my mom said she would never get a cat. We're like, maybe you should get a cat. This was a long time ago. Because how long you've had Livy? Like 11, 12 years?
Oh, no. Yeah.
And so she's like, well, I can only have a white cat because she has white everything, if you've seen in here. So if she had a dark cat and it sheds hair, it would be all over. And so she didn't think we would ever find one. Well, of course, Jessie, we would always go to PetSmart because Jessie loves to hold animals. And she's like, we found an all white cat. And she's like, we got to call Grandma.
And so I have Olivia. Yeah.
And so you kind of hesitated. She's like, Grandma, we found an all white cat at the adoption. And you're like, well, you come back out after.
Could I say no?
But Olivia's she's got her own. So she was on the chair with Mom all day. Like when I came up this morning, she was sitting on the chair when I came up. And Olivia is not very friendly.
No,
only
social. I think social.
Yeah, no. Social,
not social.
But so she's sitting on the chair. I'm like, Livy, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. And she's just like looking at me. So I wheeled the chair because that big chair that Mom usually sits on, it has wheels on it. So I wheeled it over, and she just stayed in there, sitting there like, yeah.
She probably enjoyed the
I'm not moving. You're gonna have to move me.
Yes. Well, cats are like that.
People want happy hour with us. So yeah, we'll have to.
Wonderful.
We'll have to have happy hours with Joy.
Yeah. Well, life is good.
Life is good. And just so you know what, one guy, okay, so here's the thing about being a YouTuber, and it's it's fun because you can it's fun to share with people and stuff. And one guy wrote, yeah, I told you wouldn't like the van. Well, now you're living with mommy again.
No, not quite.
No.
No. Right outside the door.
I live down the driveway.
Well, down the driveway.
And the driveway is like a mile long.
It is. It's very long.
Because otherwise you can see me out there and you're like, oh, I saw you come. Are you coming in? Or the first time that I parked out there and you came knocking at my door because Frank would pick you up at like 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you came knocking on my door. It was the first time after I sold everything and I went through all that, moved by myself. It's 8:00 in the morning and she comes knocking on the window. Morning, you want some coffee? Like, oh shit, I'm parking down at the end of the driveway.
Oh dear. Well, you'll be on your new property. Well, not your property, but you're renting some property the 1st to park your van.
Yep. Well, we got to get you moved. You're moving on the 1st.
Yeah.
So a week from tomorrow, you're moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
My 93-year-old mother's favorite drink. What is it? Is it the pineapple margarita? Is that? I was trying to. It's hard to keep up sometimes. Oh, Bloody Mary. Oh, that's what it is. Bloody Mary. Have you had a Bloody Mary before?
Oh, I like Bloody Marys.
Yeah, me too. With the pickles, I love what's in them. I don't know if I so much like the Bloody Mary, but I like the pickles and the olives.
I like Bloody Marys. Yeah.
And so we make olive salad. I just made some the other day, and it's
very good.
Very good. And you made it up, right?
Long time ago. Yeah.
So share your recipe. Why did you?
Oh, it's so complicated.
I know. You better get a pen.
Well, I love olives and I love those little round noodles. Ring noodles. And years ago, 65 years ago, I got some noodles.
The guy said, at least it's not far to stumble home, Tracy. I just have to stumble out to the driveway.
Oh, no, she can crawl.
I can crawl there. Yeah, let's get drunk.
It never gets that bad on itself.
No.
Not that bad. Yeah. It's just those ring noodles and mayonnaise and olives.
That's it.
Not complicated.
But it's the Tischler favorite.
And if you let it sit overnight.
Yep.
Really good. Every holiday.
Let's see. I moved in to help my mom, who is 100 after she fell,
telling
telling the landscaper how to do the job. Now I say I'm reliving my college days sleeping on mom's sofa. Yep. Yeah,
everything goes around.
It does. We talked about that.
What goes around comes around. Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of sad because I think about I don't know how to say it, like tribes, or do you know what I mean, like where your family helped take care of you? Do you know what I mean? You took care of me my whole life. Well, not my whole life. Till I was I moved out when I was 19, whatever.
Yeah.
But that then when it comes back around, that's your family, you know. But I know, people asked if they could adopt you as their mom, because their moms have passed away, or maybe they did.
That's sad. Yeah.
And what's funny? A girl reached out to me because a lot of people reach out to me about my eyes, and she had seen some of my videos with mom, and she didn't have a good relationship with her mom, and she said, "Could I adopt your mom?" She said she just even just watching her feels like I know her, and I think that's why so many people love you, because you feel like you would love anyone who came.
I love everybody.
And me too.
I try.
And that's where I got it from. So now it's funny, now people can see, people are like, oh, now I know, Tracy, where you got that from. Like if, my positive attitude and just how I roll with things, sometimes I get a little ornery or whatever, but it doesn't last very long. And then I just think to myself, you know what, it's just life. You just roll with it. I mean, we all deal with stuff. And but that's what I got from you. Like you just it just is. Do you know what I mean? There's no
Yeah.
reason to dwell in anything bad
Yeah.
because that does you no good.
Well, when I first found out I had macular degeneration, we were with the OCB group then. And but then over the years, and the eyesight, it didn't start going until my husband had a stroke, actually. So maybe your nerves or your emotion exacerbate the condition, at least for me. So anyway, and I wrote, I told the OCB group, that it was, it wouldn't be too long. And I got this wonderful letter from Carrington, just being nice and just, he actually felt so bad that this was happening. And I wrote him a letter back and what it seemed, he said,
did you want me to read it?
No, no, they get tired of reading I write. I love to write.
She loves to write. Yeah.
But anyway, he felt so bad for me. And so, but the thing is, when you get a certain age, then you get on this slippery slope and you can't pick your poison. That's what I always say. You might live. Yeah. I mean, you might, never get sick. And then something like this might happen. And so, but what I found is once you actually accept something, no matter what it is, you take it as your own. And actually, this probably isn't the right word, but it's the word I always use when I'm talking to myself, that when you finally completely accept something, you love it. And so maybe that's how you get through really, really bad times. It's part of your life, and nothing lasts forever. And so it's going to be better soon.
Well, I always say it becomes the new normal.
That's kind of saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
it's just part of what you deal with.
We've been through, because that's the thing with death. Like people go, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I'm like, you don't have to be sorry. Do you know what I mean? It's just part of the story. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we all get one life. Nobody, well, I don't know if you believe in reincarnation or, that you come back or whatever.
At least one.
At least one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that, we, and again, it just sounds so cliche because we're not promised, but I only know that because of all that I've seen. It just drives it home more. And maybe that's why it wasn't like it was for me to sell everything and, go in the van. But after Al died, and then, with Pam and everything, it was just like, there is no more fear. I mean, I'm more afraid not to live than to not go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was more afraid not to go. I didn't care what happened. I could always come back, buy more furniture, get another place, So if I didn't go, it would have always weighed heavy on me. Yeah. And now it feels like freedom. I tell you what, honestly, van life is hard, especially I feel like now that I'm back home, I feel like on the road was so easy. I feel like I ran away from home for 5 months.
You ran away from home, yeah.
For 5 months, but now I'm still in the van, living in the van, and that has its own challenges. But now I'm back to my life. So now I have those challenges, but sometimes during the day it's hard, but I know when I go to bed at night, it's like, this is all I have to take care of.
That's a good feeling.
And it's all I need.
And that is so not common nowadays.
Right. And so, and I actually have more than I need, in the van.
Yeah.
Like I have to go through this stuff because I have too many clothes now and whatever. Like it really makes you focus on what's important. It lets you focus on what's important.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
basics. That's all you need.
And
Really.
here it's thundering out. It's raining again.
Oh, I love thunderstorms at night though.
It's been
When I'm in bed.
it has been, they said, the worst April in history in Minnesota.
Well, I saw it said we weren't even going to have a spring.
Yeah. It was snowing
Sad.
today up north from us.
Yeah.
Snowing.
Be glad you're not in Minnesota.
Glad
if
you're
if
not in Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
And I've been gone most of the winter, and now I feel like I've been here all of the winter,
Yeah.
even just being here this long. So, yeah.
Well,
Ooh,
last
thunder.
year we
Yeah.
had a lovely
Did you hear
spring. We had a lovely spring last year. Another question? No?
Let's see. Here's let's see. Joy, you are such a joy. That's so nice. Wonderful views. I believe that is truth. Hey, it's happy hour with Joy and Tracy.
And Regent too.
Regent and Tracy Lee.
And Tracy Lee.
Yeah. I said we're going to get her a brown wig, and I'm going to do my hair like Kathy Lee and wear puffy sleeves. And we're going to actually do Regent and Kathy Lee, the knockoff show.
But I don't know what we'll talk about. I never know what we're
well,
gonna
that's the
talk
thing. That's
about.
why I start the thing. And I'm like, Mom, I started it because it's always so funny before we even start. She's like, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, I don't know. And
Just
then we just
everything.
start talking. And then I start laughing because it's so funny.
Just everything.
Just
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Linda's family lives in Duluth, Minnesota, and I plan on going to Duluth.
Oh, that's not far away. I mean, it's far enough.
Yeah.
But it's not too far.
And I'm going
Yeah.
there to see something to bring you guys because I've wanted to see it. So here's the thing. Now I've decided to, like, what I want to do is what I'm going to do, and I'm just bringing you along. Do you know what I mean? Not that I don't care what you guys think, but the whole point is that
Oh, they'll love it if it's pretty or and exciting.
I think sometimes YouTubers get caught up in, like I said, views and numbers and all that stuff, where it's like, this is the stuff I've wanted to do anyway. So I'm just bringing you along with me. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to cultivate something. I want it to be, do you know what I mean? I don't want to do something just to please people.
Yeah.
Because I only have so much time
Mm.
for me too. So I'm doing what I want to do, and then I'm just bringing you along. So I hope that makes sense. So true, Joy. I'm living with GBS. My feet are still totally numb after 3 years. Hey, if it rains, Mom can drive you down to your van. What damage could she do? We've thought about that before. I said,
I love
why don't
that attitude.
Oh, we went to South Dakota, remember? And it was like one lane, and I was having panic attacks, and we were driving my Hyundai, and it was her and Jesse. And I'm like, neither of you can drive.
Now that's a pickle.
Now that's a pickle.
That's an old saying.
You're in a pickle.
Just that's the kind of hairpin I am. Yeah. I have a lot of old sayings.
Oh my gosh. Joy's getting drunk. You've only had like 4 steps. When we went to South Dakota, we didn't know it was Sturgis. And we stayed in this old danky hotel, remember?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
Uh-huh.
I remember. Yeah.
Let's see. I checked the Duluth Harbor corner. So I start scuba class
Oh, yeah.
on Friday. I am so
Her new
excited.
adventure. Yeah.
One of them. I actually want to take singing lessons too online.
I love that.
Yeah. I love to sing. I mean, I'm not a singer, but you know.
But that's okay. Singing is wonderful.
But that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's about not being good at something. It's about just trying something that you want to try. You don't have to be good at anything. Do you know what I mean? I think we've
well, you don't have to be professional, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you want to do it, you should try it. You don't have to sing for other people like I have. with my ukulele that I didn't know how to play, So,
I loved You Are My Sunshine.
oh yeah. Yeah, the other one I had too close, but so I have to think of the next one, but there's so much I want to do. I tell you what, I wrote a girl, she dances. She actually works for Arthur Murray, and I want to learn to dance. Like I want to learn a dance. Do you know what I mean? Where like I can do a dance.
I can shuffle off to Buffalo.
We talked about that
Okay.
in your chair. Your knees won't let you do it.
That's when they're dragging you off stage.
The big hook.
Yes, that's it. The Major Bowes show.
What was
Major
it?
Bowes. I think that was back.
They were talking too when I said romper room.
Yeah.
That brought back a lot of memories for people. Oh, and about how we were talking about back in the day when the moms, and there was a woman, I forgot her name, but that she said it brought back memories because her mom dressed up, when her dad got home and
that's the way it was.
And she said the dads would scoop her and her sister up, and
isn't that so wonderful? Like a father knows best.
Yeah, you were saying Al said that about our family.
Yeah. My son, when he was young, he said, "I think our family is just like Father knows best." He said,
"Not ballroom dancing. This would be more of like a, I don't know what kind, like more of a pop. I don't know." Yeah, when I grew up, Dad worked so much, and then
yes, he did.
So wasn't really a father knows best, but Dad would give us anything. Like he worked so hard to make sure we had stuff. And I was thinking this today because with dating and stuff, and I kind of wanted to do a separate, I don't know if it was a live or whatever about dating. First of all, I live in a van, so I'm not really dating because I think it would be a little weird to date. I mean, not weird, but I just don't even have time to date.
Yeah.
But it's not like it was before. Like, here's the thing. I have, disclaimer, I personally have been more of the man in my relationships than the men have been in my relationships. Like, not only do I take care of the kids, bring home the bacon, do the laundry, do the cooking, that why would I want to be with somebody if I had to do all the work?
Makes sense. It does.
And it's not like I have faith in men, but it's just meeting the right person.
Yes.
And that hasn't happened yet.
Someday.
Yeah. Someday your prince will come. Song.
Someday. Yeah.
Wow, how long have we been on? I don't even know. Yeah, quite a while. So
we could talk forever.
We could. Yeah, Joy looks like the romper room lady, Miss Nancy.
Oh,
really? I don't even. And somebody said that there was an old romper room person on YouTube.
Oh.
So that she would. So I wonder if she said my name yet.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was thinking that's how we should open your videos with you and me. We should say, "Hello, John. Hello, Suey. Hello, Nancy."
We can't see any. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what
we're bound to get some of the names.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Hello, George.
We got to look through a round thing though. They look through a round thing and they're like, "Hi, Sue.
Oh, Linda.
Hi, Dave." But we have to use, because now there's names like Apple and Moses, like Gwyneth Paltrow named her kids Apple and Moses.
Yeah.
So now we really have to go off the beaten path. Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're bound to get, get some of the names that the people are watching.
But then I don't want people to feel bad if we don't say their name.
Hi, Joe. Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Those are all like you're pretty safe with those. Yes. Yeah, you pretty gotta have, yeah. Let's see. Hi, Joy. Charles, Christina said, "Hi, Joy."
Hi. That was Dennis.
I had a pair of those romper stompers. I remember that. I remember romper stompers, but I don't know what they were. I'll have to look that up. Anyone
Romper
else?
Stompers. I don't know.
Tracy, you should learn salsa. It's a very sexy dance. Yeah, I've gone to like salsa nights somewhere, where you just kind
Oh,
of,
that sounds interesting.
you know what I love to do? I love to polka.
Oh, I love to polka too.
We were
I don't know if I
a
can
very
anymore.
German family. So
Yes.
whenever we had
whenever
we had weddings, they would.
There's 3 of you. How do you like that?
And what did they play all the time? That one where we'd all go in the middle and raise our hands. It was like the Tischler song.
It was an Indian one.
Yeah, it was an Indian song.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Sonny started
Oh my
that.
gosh.
Oh,
The
little
Tischler
white
family
girl.
weddings were so fun.
I know this. I know the tune, but I
Yeah.
can't think of the words.
Yeah.
It was Indian. American Indian kind of song. Not India.
You don't want to offend
Indian.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love polka. And I am a good polka-er. Do you know what I mean? I'm a good polka-er.
Is there such a
Honestly,
word?
I danced with this guy. We were at the what is it called? It's the German place that you go eat here.
Oh yeah, I can't think of it now.
Oh my gosh. But that's all it is. It's German food, it's German stuff. And we polkaed, and I can keep the beat to polka like nobody's
yeah.
business.
That's fun. That is
So-
fun.
Polka's a lost art, I think. Like, when does anybody polka?
And what was that dance we used to do at weddings where you grab their arm like one standing this way.
Oh yeah,
one
and then you'd
standing-
swing each
Yeah.
other round and round. Yeah.
I don't know. Our weddings used to be so much fun.
We were all a lot younger.
Weddings aren't that much fun anymore.
Well, everybody's old now.
Well, yeah, but they don't do the dances and stuff. that
Yeah,
they
no,
did.
they don't. Well, just like, we were talking about cursive. People said too that they don't teach cursive anymore. They just
I know.
don't. Yeah,
I know. I
Yeah.
know. That's sad.
I know.
Well, no,
it
I
is.
guess it's not sad. It's progress. But because the young people now won't even miss.
because they
listen,
won't know
No, 'cause
that
they
they're
won't
missing
know.
anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Oh, well.
oh well.
Say la vie.
Oh well, they won't miss
That's a
it.
new French.
Say
Is
la
that
vie.
French? Say la vie.
Look at you're becoming French. Oh, do you know who the singer was? For all
She
that?
found a name
Well,
today.
no, you were like, it's Celine Dion. She's not from France. She's from Canada.
Oh, that's not the one that sang.
Oh, that's not the one that you were thinking
that's
of.
the one we were talking
Oh,
about.
okay, yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday polka. Oh, who is that? Lawrence Welk.
Lawrence Welk.
Do you
yes.
remember that? He
Oh,
would have the thing. A one, a two,
and the
a
one,
one,
and the
two,
two.
three.
Yeah.
My
The champagne lady. Do you remember her?
God. Yes. Oh my God, we're really aging ourselves.
Oh my
Lord.
god.
But do you think that we would sit and watch that? Like, somebody like just dancing, like Lawrence Welk doing this with the big band, and we thought like glued to our TVs, like, oh my God,
Well,
look
that's
at
the way
that
it
polka.
was.
Look
And
at that lady polka. Oh, swing dancing.
swing.
That's what
dancing.
that like yeah. Oh my
Which,
gosh.
the
And you and Dad.
the Lindy. The
Yeah.
Lindy. Oh,
You and Dad.
Oh, we could
dance.
really dance.
They
Yeah.
could tear up the dance floor. Yep.
Oh, and after your dad had a couple drinks, he wanted to dance
All the
night
time. Yeah. Until then he got a little liquid courage, and then he was ready
because he
to
was shy. And
Yeah.
he had every wedding. Well, we had so many family weddings back then, and they were so much fun. Oh my gosh. I've never had so much fun. And all we did was dance. And we did all those dances that are fun,
Mhm.
But anyway, and of course, he wanted to dance every dance.
Yeah, after he had 50 grasshoppers
Yeah.
in him.
Right?
Romper stompers were hard plastic cups with 2 strings. That's right. You just oh my God. Do you remember for Christmas you'd get the Christmas catalog?
Yes.
And you
And
would
from
all
Wards,
like
from
wait. Yeah.
Wards or
Oh geez.
Sears.
And you would like go through it and like circle what you wanted for
My
Christmas.
kids love that. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they would say what they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine 6 kids going through the catalog. And the catalog was like this thick.
I know.
Now you can just like order it on Amazon. Oh, what did you
Oh.
want? Okay, I'll have that sent to you.
Those were the days. And then you'd wake up and coming down in the morning and see your present.
Lawrence Welk was on at the same time as Gunsmoke. Mom and Dad had a contest getting to the TV first.
Oh,
Only one TV back then. Yeah.
yes. Whoever thought there'd just be one TV in a room?
And only
Yeah.
like 5 channels or 4
Yeah.
channels. Now you can see whatever you want. You can bring it up on YouTube. You can Netflix, HBO. I mean, there's too many choices now.
It's hard to decide what you want to watch.
Even I was looking for toothpaste today. Like, there's just too many choices here.
I know.
Cereal, toothpaste, it's just too much. You know, it's overwhelming.
There's too many choices.
The Sears catalog, yeah. The Christmas catalog.
Yeah.
But you would just be like, when you were a kid, you couldn't wait till the catalog came. So you could remember you'd lay on your stomach on the floor.
You kids had it worn out by the time.
And just go through,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Those were the days. Those were fun.
Somebody said, I was the remote. Remember when you'd have to get up and change the channel?
Yes.
4, 5, 9, and 11. Or 2. PBS was on 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jcpenney catalog. Yep. You get all of them. What a waste of
all
paper
those
now.
catalogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would be like, "Ooh, I want a Mrs. Beasley."
That Amazon kind of took the place of the catalog because you used to call and order things out of the catalog.
Well, that's why it's so easy. That's why nobody goes to a Sticks and Bricks. That's why nobody can make it anymore because you can just sit in your home and be lazy and order.
Well, it's gotten to be the norm. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
and adjust the antenna. Remember, you used to have to like adjust the rabbit ears.
I do. Oh my gosh. It's hard to believe. It's actually, when you think about it, it's been quite a while though.
It's sad though, because
when kids were young.
I remember we used to come home and we'd just drop all of our stuff and run outside and we'd all play tag outside, or do you know what I mean? And then everybody would be like, "Oh, Tracy," and they would like call you in for dinner.
Do you remember when they had this series on? It was about vampires, and it was around when you kids got home from school.
Oh, it was.
I mean, it was funny. It wasn't
not the Addams Family.
Was it the Addams Family? I can't remember now, but it was
Morticia.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, it got really popular for a while because it was so.
Well, we'd come home and there was like Gilligan's Island and.
Oh, I like Gilligan's Island.
Oh yeah.
And then the pretty.
Oh, do you remember Dark Shadows?
That's what I'm talking. Yes, Dark Shadows.
Oh, everybody was saying that. I don't remember that.
I remember. Well, you were too young, but you're.
And then people said, "Come home when the streetlights came on." Remember?
Oh, yeah. And I know the kids would want to watch it.
I didn't know what was Dark Shadows.
It was kind of eerie, but it was nothing. Yeah.
The Munsters.
The Munsters were good.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
Gosh, look at how like innocent they all were.
They all were innocent. Yes. They were kind of scary, but not too scary.
What's Bama Biss Collins?
What?
Dark Shadows. Mystery Theater.
Dark Shadows is the one.
Mystery Theater on AM radio for bedtime.
Yeah. Oh, well, only the old people were.
The Addams Family.
Yeah, the Addams Family. Oh, I love that. That's exactly how it was. Yeah.
There's spooky and there's something.
It was something like that when I was young.
Popeye, Brutus, yeah. When you were young,
was
remember soap operas? All my children. Oh my gosh! Even when I was at college, we would all like work our schedule around like all of our favorite.
They always kept you hanging
soap operas.
At the end of every segment.
And how many times did Susan Lucci get married? Like 16?
I know. And she was so pretty though. Yeah, she really had a good living playing that role because she played it for so long.
Or what was that one? Somebody just said, the Twilight Zone. Do you remember the Twilight Zone?
That was closer to my time. The Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Yes. And I can still remember some of them were really weird.
Yeah.
And scared you.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Do you hear that?
That's thunder. I saw it lightning out there before.
Yeah.
I could see it from my side. The light.
The peripheral. Yeah, she
Yeah.
can't see here, but she can see it from there.
I mean,
yeah.
I could see it flashing.
Oh, MASH. I loved MASH.
Oh,
Do you
I did
remember that?
Even that played for so many years. And I know your dad and I, it was on like after the news.
Yeah.
And oh golly, and we would watch that.
Or how about
we'd seen him so many times.
Johnny Carson or Carol Burnett.
Oh.
I went down a black hole with Johnny Carson interviews, and I just laughed my buns off.
Johnny Carson was the best MC ever.
Yeah.
He, when you think about it, he didn't do anything, but he had this way with people, bringing out all of their highlights. I mean, he complimented other people. He knew how to interview them and everything.
And it was so funny. Oh, the Little Rascals. Do you know I saw like a thing about the Little Rascals, and they all ended up in like with tragic lives.
Really?
Yeah. I think when you're a young star. Well, look at Shirley Temple and stuff. Well,
Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
Well, that her movies were out when I was young, and I had a lot of Shirley Temple paper dolls,
but look at what
all
the
little girls wanted their hair.
Look at she was only like 4 years old and doing all that stuff.
She was. I mean, when
she
you
was
think
so
about it,
talented.
She was such a cute little actress, and you wouldn't think she had a memorize.
Oh my God, the Electric Company. Yeah.
Oh,
or what's the song? I'm gonna zoom, 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 zoom. Or what was that one with Jimmy and he had a little flute in his pocket? Does anybody remember that?
That one I don't remember.
That was more like my age.
Really?
Gosh, we're really taking it back. Yeah, Johnny and Carol Burnett.
Oh my! I loved her.
When Harvey Korman would make Tim
funny.
Conway laugh.
Oh, Tim Conway.
Oh my gosh.
I remember in that one scene
HR Puffin stuff. Yes.
And when that woman, she was dressed with her hair in a net, and she had this person. She would hit Tim Conway with her.
Yep. And then there was Mrs. Huygens who had her.
Yes. Oh, they don't make them like they did.
No, they don't.
Well, even Frank and I, when we watch some of the old, things
stuff,
we used to, and they're so funny.
I know.
They're so funny.
And they're so like clean. You don't have to be dirty to be funny.
No.
And it's just
fact,
sad.
That's when it stopped being funny.
Right. Yeah. When you had to be, you were trying to be, like go over the top to be funny.
That reminds me.
Oh, Rowan and Martin laughing. Remember laughing?
That was so good. I don't think they have any. Well,
remember
I don't watch much TV anymore. So
remember you would peek around the palm tree and be like, very interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those
were
all really neat. Yeah.
All right. Well, I suppose we've been on for an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, you can always talk.
You can.
Well, I mean, there's so much. There's so much. There's so much. Yeah.
Well, we'll save it for next happy hour.
Okay.
Cheers to
I
you.
haven't even finished my beer.
I'm on my second. Yeah.
Oh dear. I'll have to carry her to the van.
Somebody said
I won't.
Somebody said you're so fashionable. Yeah, she's more fashionable. Look at this is what I wear. Joy comes out and she has these boots that have like fur on them. And we always, do you ever see that commercial that says, "They're boots, they're my cats"? That's what Jesse and I. What's your boots? Because they're all furry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know TV was the best back then. We didn't know how good we had it, huh?
Oh yeah.
Gilligan's Island and all that stuff.
Oh, I was just going to tell you about Carlin. Jim Carlin?
Oh,
no.
George Carlin.
George Carlin. Now he was so funny.
Yeah.
And I remember on one of the TV, where they had a lot of different guests.
Yep.
He would be on there a lot. And he once did this dialogue or whatever you call it about stuff. And you probably all have seen it, but it was hilarious.
Yeah.
How you collect all this stuff.
And we have storages for more stuff.
Then you got to get a bigger house.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so true though.
Yeah.
And but this was in the days of TV, and
Right.
they you couldn't say dirty words or words that are not nice.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're not even pretty words.
Right.
really.
No. Mm-mm.
So anyway, so then when I first started seeing Frank
Yeah.
and going over, we went to his daughter and her husband's house quite a bit. They live on a lake, and we just talked and had a drink, and in the summer we'd go on their pontoon, and we spent
Yep.
so much time there.
Yep.
And they would watch comedians, and I said, "Oh, and George Carlin, this one on stuff is
Yeah.
so funny."
Yeah.
So I didn't think about how times have changed, and I ordered on Amazon his tape
Oh yeah.
of stuff.
Right. Yep. You can watch it on YouTube for
And
free.
the only thing is and I didn't listen to it
Yeah.
because I thought it was like the one
Yep.
that was on
Yep.
TV
Yep.
years ago.
Yep.
And they played it, and I'm
Mhm.
sitting there, and all of a sudden, every other word is not a nice word.
Oh yeah. No, he was very.
But
yeah.
see, he was in a nightclub,
Yeah.
and that's what they
Right.
like
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sitting there getting deeper and deeper into my chair as he's talking. And you know what I found out? It
What?
wasn't so funny with
the
those,
swear
'cause those
words.
words distract you.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think
Not that
sometimes-
anything, I mean,
Right.
it's okay, but
it's okay.
I just was surprised.
Well, now everybody wants happy hour once a week.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Tracy can do that. Happy hour once a week, Mom. Ready? Cheers. 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 Yeah.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Okay. Okay, well, we're going to go, and thank you guys for joining us on this random Saturday. Like I said, life is so busy that just when we can do it is when I can do it.
Well, this has been fun.
It has
It's
been
really
fun.
fun.
Isn't it funny? We're talking to nobody, but we're talking
I
to
know.
somebody.
I mean, Techie is miraculous.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
So,
Yeah.
what do we say? Go
We
out,
and have an adventure.
make an adventure,
Yeah.
no matter how big
Or how small.
or how small. You don't have to sell everything and move into a van.
No,
Why?
she did that.
I did that. You can if you want, though. Go call someone you love. And as Joy says,
Tell them you love them.
tell them you love them.
I love you.
I love you too. And don't forget,
You're magic. Did I
you
say it?
magic.
You're supposed to say that.
No, that what we both say.
Okay.
Anybody, yeah. You aren't excluded from anything that I've
Okay,
said.
Okay.
You're
yeah,
part of it now.
Okay.
You're part
okay.
of it. Don't forget your magic.
That's true.
And don't
Yeah.
forget to give blood too, right?
But not too much. That's a mother speaking. I mean, I think
She
it's
only
very-
says that to me. You can give as much as you want. She only, as long as I don't give a lot of blood.
Yeah,
she's
I'm not
okay
your
with
mother.
it. Yeah.
I can't tell you.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just
Give
say
blood-
goodbye.
Give blood. Give blood. Say goodbye. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Here, I'm gonna put like you're. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
All right. Bye.
Oh dear. I hope that was all right.
It was.